And God, in the name of your Son, who lived, who died, and who rose again.
Reverend C.J. Rhodes is the pastor of the city's oldest religious body of African-American believers. The history dates back to 1835, when their African ancestors, the slaves, could not sit in a pew at First Baptist Church. Instead, they sat on the floor in handcuffs.
They saw in it the story of God delivering the Israelites from Egypt. They saw what God did with Daniel, so why not every man?
Priorly, a preacher and slave master donated the bricks for a new First Baptist church building. He wanted the slaves to have their own place to worship. For about 3 decades, the slaves met in the church basement while a white man oversaw the services.
You look at records where they would evangelize slaves but would not baptize slaves because he understood that spiritual unity would lead to social unity.
Born into slavery and later freed by a bloody civil war, the members were literally forced into the streets with no church to call their own. That's all according to the records at Cade Chapel, another body of believers birthed here at Mount Helm.
The mother of denominations, the Church of Christ Holiness USA and the Church of God in Christ, the mother of churches, Farish Street Baptist Church and Cade Chapel Baptist Church, all stem from Mount Helm.
Thomas E. Helm and his wife donated money and land to the free slaves. The 80 square feet of property is now at the corner of Lamar and Church Streets. Here in 1868, the former First Baptist members built their first church, a wood frame building that stood for 42 years. During that time, the church pressed through the Reconstruction period.
Then in 1890, Mississippi passes a constitution that is not ratified by the people, not voted on by the people, that basically strips away all of the civil rights that black people gained as a result of the end of the Civil War. We call them the Civil War Amendments. So from 1890, you see this really, really backwards racist constitution. You see the rise of this Confederate flag that becomes a banner and a symbol to the rise of the Confederacy from the ashes of the war.
That Confederate symbol still hangs just feet from this church at the state capitol. And still, the church continues to thrive with a housing development for first-time homeowners and an adopted middle school.
If anyone could rest on its laurels, if anyone could say, look at what we've done, it's Mount Helm.
The members are staying true to their mission to maintain a spirit-filled ministry committed to changing lives and changing the community in Jackson.
While there's still time, while there's still breath in our bodies, while there's still strength in our legs and arms, do what only you can do. And it is in Jesus' name we pray and claim the blessing. Amen, amen, amen again. Come on, y'all celebrate God and tell the Lord thank you for what he is going to do for his glory.